Okay, so Taylor Swift is slamming Netflix over a joke about her. Taylor wasn't impressed when the Netflix show Ginny and Georgia referenced her dating history. The show, about a young mother and her teenage daughter, included the line, quote, "What do you care? You go through men faster than Taylor Swift." Taylor took issue with the line and put the show on blast. She tweeted, quote, "Hey, Ginny and Georgia, 2010 called and it wants its lazy, deeply sexist joke back. How about we stop degrading hardworking women by defining this horse bleep as funny?" Jeff, Al, you're the comic. Did you think that the joke was lazy, sexist? Does she have a point?
It doesn't matter, Sam, because I honestly feel like great jokes and terrible jokes and offensive jokes and jokes you'll take with you forever as jokes that change your perspective come from the same place. And it's weird with art that we want it to be this free-wielding thing, and we can't imagine you know what we want until it's done, and you're like, what a great sculpture, what an abstract painting, I didn't think I'd like that. But we don't know until we get there. So is it a bad joke? Yeah. Is it a corny joke? Yeah. But like, so
is it a sexist joke?
Is it a sex? Yeah. I mean, yes, I guess. I mean, if it was dudes, could you have said faster than the Brad Pitt or somebody who's known for being a Leo DiCaprio? Would that have been as bad?
But deeply sexist, you wrote deeply sexist. If you wrote you go through more women than Leonardo DiCaprio goes through 20-year-old models, would we be talking about this?
We celebrate people like Leonardo DiCaprio, and we call,
that doesn't sound like you're celebrating him.
But typically speaking, we will pat a young man on the back if he has many girlfriends, and then we will completely chastise a young woman if she has many boyfriends, and we will call her things like a slut or promiscuous or make fun of her. So there is context to this, historical context, but did she take it too far, Erica?
I think it's deeper than what we're talking about. She wrote a tweet and expressed her disappointment, not only in the joke, but also in the fact that the joke aired on Netflix, the same streaming service that she really bared her soul and was very vulnerable in Miss Americana, and addressed those allegations and the things that people threw at her during that period of time when everyone was talking about her latest boyfriend. I think that she probably called it lazy because the writing in Ginny and Georgia is actually very smart. It's about female empowerment. It's about women taking ownership over their narratives and standing up for themselves in a lot of respects. So the idea that they would throw this joke in, especially on Netflix, is probably disappointing. And she has every right to at least voice her opinion, Erica, about something that talks about her name. What is it, Al?
The women are writers, by the way.
That's not a great way to kick things off.
That's a good point.
Honestly, so my question to you, and you know I love you, is it okay to miss? As a writer, as a comic, as a creator, as you who talks on TV every day, live TV, every day for hours and hours, 52 weeks a year, are you allowed to miss? Is a writer allowed to miss? You as a radio person had a lot of pressure on you to miss.
Listen, Al, I have said this a million times on this show. I miss a lot. Okay,
no, you don't, but go ahead.
I'm not sitting here saying I am perfect. A part of who I am is the ability to miss, because that's also a definition of character. So I'm not saying that we need to end the show because they missed a joke. I'm simply saying that I'm not going to jump all up and down over on Taylor Swift for having the right to defend her name. And that's all she's doing. They made a joke. She made a joke. End of discussion.
But her tweets carry weight, Cobb. You know this. If I said something and LeBron James tweeted at me and said that I offended him, that would forever affect me. Truly.
Hold on. No, this is not apples to apples. That's apples to oranges, bro. Because she didn't go after the character, a 15-year-old girl. She went after Netflix. I think that they're kind of in the same weight class. I mean, I would go back and forth with that. She went
after the writers. Netflix isn't a thing. It's just a platform. She went after the writers of that show, and it definitely affected them as individuals.
It was on Netflix. No, it was on Netflix. She was expressing her disappointment about the streaming service airing something like that. Remember, Miss Americana was her bearing her soul. She's allowed to do that. She's allowed to say, I'm disappointed in this.
And writers are allowed to write jokes. I know we got to move on. I love you.
Though.